I haven't given you guys an update in a long time on my passion fruit grow experiment. So I'm going to show you guys the current status of my passion vines. It's getting cold here in Chicago. Like I said before in the previous video, the nights are getting a little bit longer, and passion fruit, they can't survive outside in the cold. So I decided to bring the passion fruit vines indoors. Here's one of the passion vines that I brought indoors. If you follow the stem here, you can see the entirety of the vine. The vine starts here. Here's the pot. It goes up, down. I'm using this bear's mouth to hold this portion of the vine in place, and then the vine goes over, and I'm using some Scotch tape to keep the vine in place on the window. One thing about passion fruit vines, they only will flower or fruit on new growth, so the new growth portion of the vine is where the flowers and the fruit will come. So I wanted to make sure that this portion of the vine has as much light as possible. That's why I tape it to the window here. But that's what we have so far, and this is one of the vines. I'm going to show you guys the other vines as well. All right. Okay, in these three windows here, I have 9 more plants. So there's 9 more pots down here, and what I did was the plants that these were outside a little bit too long, so there's some of the leaves are discolored, but so I put those in this window because this window doesn't get as much light as these two. I would say this one gets the most light, second would be this one, and then third would be this one. But I'm already starting to notice some new growth on these vines as well from being indoors for about a week. Okay, so they're doing well. The tendrils are grabbing onto things. They seem to be pretty happy. What I did before I brought them in, I repotted most of these with fresh soil, and also I put some fresh fertilizer in each of the pots so they can continue growing throughout the winter in these pots. Okay? So as I said, okay, this is another one right here, and you can see here that follow the vine up, follow it up, and since it can't grab onto the glass window, I use some just regular Scotch tape to tape it onto the window so it can maximize the light on the new growth portion of the passion vine. Okay, and then over here, these were the plants that were doing the best. As you can see, they're very bushy, tons of leaves, very green. These will get the most light, and it seems like they're liking it because I was able to finally get one of the passion vines to flower. So these vines have been sitting outside for a pretty long time, probably since May until recently, and I haven't seen any of them start to fruit or start to flower, sorry. But this is the first one that has flowered, and I wish you guys could smell this. It has a very strong fragrance. It's almost like someone sprayed perfume in the room, because you can smell it from a distance, you know what I mean? But we have this flower right here, and then we have one more that's flowering down here. And I've never grown passion fruit before, but I've done a little bit of reading, and I think it doesn't flower very long. So what I'm going to do once I'm done making this video, I'm going to pollinate these to make sure I get fruit. Okay, I want to make sure they stay pollinated. All right, if you look down here, this is what it looked like before it started to flower. So this right here, that's the stage right before it opens up. So I think it was like around this size maybe 2 or 3 days ago. So this one should be opening pretty soon. There's another one down there which is getting close to that stage. Another one down here which is in a much younger stage. So this one right here will flower maybe, if it does decide to flower, a little bit later. And there's a couple more. And then on that vine over there, the one that has the second flower, there's another one right there that looks like it's going to flower pretty soon. Okay, if you guys can see that. So I'm going to keep monitoring this, and I'm hoping that once I pollinate this, it'll start the fruiting stage, and then we'll have the first passion fruit within, I don't know how long it takes from flower to fruit, but we will see. So there's a total of 10, just to recap, there's a total of 10 pots. So 9 here in these 3 windows, and there was one that I showed you in another room in that window. And I also have passion vines. I think I have 3 different passion vines in my Martian Tower garden. So I'll be curious to see if those can also flower. Those are on artificial light, so they'll be on artificial light all throughout the winter. And let's just see if those will flower as well. But yeah, we have flowers. So So if you do like this kind of content, if you like watching videos like this, please do me a favor and subscribe to the channel. And you can stay updated when we see passion fruit coming off this. You're going to want to know. So please subscribe to the channel.